There's a troubling trend for young men in a labor market that's showing signs of slowing down. Now, young men with degrees are more likely to be unemployed than those with just a high school diploma.
That would be the smallest job openings number going all the way back to D's of 2020.
We could see big job losses in the economy in coming months.
And cue the fire. Breaking news. We have catastrophic numbers. Now, if you were thinking, you know what, maybe I'll go out there and get that job, jobs are gone. If you're like, but I have a college degree, you are less likely to get a job with a college degree than without one. And we have construction quits. We have levels, again, great financial collapse, crisis. Well, the stock market went up today, so I guess that means everything's fine. No, actually, the stock market is for people like me that click buttons on a screen. Are we there? Is that one? Sorry. Trying to film and trade at the same time. You know what? Since I got you on the phone, okay, let's do this. Send order. I do have to put a little note. Sorry, that is not your current fire alarm. Okay, well, I'll come back to that one. I'm currently up $12.50. Oh, and since I got you on the line, I'm just going to throw this in. We'll do a little take profit up. We'll do a little stop loss. After that, I just closed my position. Well, I made some money. Also, if you want to learn how to make money look in a NASDAQ up market or a down market, teach you how to click buttons on a screen. Step-by-step Labor Day sale, $2.99, and you even get my bear market course for free if and when the markets go down. It does look like everything has been falling off a cliff, except the stock market. How about that gold to dollar? Gee whiz, that's really bad if you do that thing called let's save our money, go get a job, and everything will be okay. It's not gonna be okay. And the system will make sure everything's not okay. And I'm gonna get to her in a second. Maybe you'll have a light bulb moment and you'll go, this weird guy that has a really weird hair, this kind of makes sense. When the amount of heat I took on the gold video yesterday, I'm like, a rock is beating your system. Like this one, you dumped 75% of your silver, at a profit. Not very intelligent. Okay. Well, you want to know what I did with that silver? Let me just give you an example. I'll keep going with not being intelligent. I take that silver, okay, and I go buy, okay, like this is South Park, and I go buy land. All right. Which, as you know, I buy land. I build properties. I take my digits. I invest in things. Going back to like 2005, I bought properties in Texas. I sold them in 2008. In the pandemic, I bought property, I said for 300, sold it for almost 5 million. And I did have to put sticks up. You see how I use my digits to make more digits. Let's continue. Not very intelligent. What happens when your digits are worthless? I'm going to go with the chances of that is closer to 0 than it is 1%. And even if I think we are going back to caveman, and we're going to barter, and here's a silver shekel. And I will take my digits and own a lot of silver shekel. When I own things like the rock, it doesn't pay me. I want things that pay me. Or I want to click buttons on a screen and it pays me. But when you own gold and silver, it stays the same. Like the rock, and I'll get to that in a second. Then I said this is a rock. And everyone's like, that's not a rock, that's a metal. Google it. Since I got you on the phone, is gold a rock or a mineral? Oh, huh. Well, looky there. Gold is a mineral. But I have no dog in this fight. I don't even care. Why are you arguing this? Unless that is your God and you think it's going to save you, it's not. It's just a possible store of wealth. It's a probable system of bartering. You keep it and it probably won't change. Like this rock. You guys catch this? And oh, by the way, he said, no, he's never used steroids. Except when he doesn't. I know you guys are going to be like, oh, come on, Bravo. It's for a movie. And again, that's not the point. I work out almost every day. And then these people are like, oh, you want boulder shoulders? Do this. I say, why don't you let me do like a cycle? 3 months. 4 months? Just get jacked. I know my liver will look like Sponge Daddy or Mama, whatever. Remember, kids, 4 sets of 10. Always increase those weights. But sorry about squirrel chasing. Pop the confetti. Let's go back to the stock market. Jobs are gone. Sorry, kids. You didn't want one of those anyways. Yield curve, we haven't talked about that, but that thing is really steepening. And we are looking at a bull steepener. That is really bad. It's been bad. And if you want to know where stock market to go, here I'll show you. If you go back 2 and the 30 here, okay. Oh, also, we're not in a recession. We'll never be in a recession. Here, how the stock market not so good. Where we is now, oh gosh, please. We started from the bottom. Now we're here. And now we're here. Now, big picture for me, because I trade daily-ish. I trade on the daily. I trade on the 4-hour. I turn it to the 2-minute. I don't even know what's going on. I just see the setups and I'm like, get in, okay, go away, set something, trigger, come back. Oh, okay. Well, most people are looking at bigger picture, like, oh, look at the stock market. Like, it's gonna, I don't know. My macro is really horrible. Yes, I'm still in that position on TLT as an investor, which the bond market was that like 70% of your people that hold your money are like long bonds. I'm still like upside down 19%. By the looks of it, with the money printing, now this is a different QE. It's still QE. The Treasury is printing and then they buy it back. It's like, print 10 billion, buy back 10 billion. Because I guess they don't want to use the QE term, so they're doing that. So when you want to know what else they're doing, Federal Reserve, for those of you that are like, what happens when the digits go away? Huh? Didn't think about that, did you? To hold a press conference discussing crypto stable coins, tokenization, and my XRP army. Yeah, us, maybe a little bit. You guys are all digital anyways. You are digital debt slaves. You go to the grocery store, you take out a card, you tap it, debt. And at the end of the day, it's all about a ledger. Federal Reserve has a ledger. That's all they got. Bitcoin has a ledger. Your banks have a ledger. Federal Reserve, did I say that, has a ledger. And they could just, you want to move your ledger onto our ledger? Then it's debit, credit. There you go. You can even take futures. I trade futures. That's what I just clicked the button. Like, that has to be brand spanking new. How about 2000 BC? And in 1964, we got it on the Chicago board. And the rich just have been doing this for a long time. Also, if you would like to, I don't know, get rich, just use digits to fix my problems. $199. I forgot to even mention it yesterday. My futures course. If you've taken everything and you're like, I really want to learn futures, there you go. If you're brand new, please start here. Now back to the Fed. Didn't I just say 10 billion, 20 billion, 2 billion of its own QE without the Fed? This whole system is going while you're stuck in a box, not able to survive and complaining about it, because the people who created the system are like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to go to a box your whole life from kindergarten to, I don't know, 12th grade. Okay. Then they'll let you out of a box. You'll be 18 years old, and then you could pay to put yourself in another box. You'll want to be a doctor. So then it's 10 years of sitting in cement boxes in plastic chairs. And then when you're around 30, you can go get a job where you sit in more boxes. All the people who start businesses and trade equities are buying houses and making their digits go up and taking vacations. Look at this. 18% of US can't even afford a house. Or I'm sorry, 18% can. Meanwhile, you need to make $124,000. Well, it's going to go to $224 to qualify to buy a medium home. And 82% of people can't even do that. It's at the same time, between 44, I just looked it up, 44 to 54% of all of you hold a college degree. But I want you to listen to the frustration of humans. Then I'll talk about it. Maybe give you a caveat of wisdom.
Anybody else find it insane that the majority of us spend our days at a job that we don't particularly want to be at just to collect a paycheck big enough to pay our bills and pay our taxes and whatever else we need to literally survive? And then you come home in the evening and you only have a couple hours to yourself before you have to go to bed and then do it all over again. And you arrive to the weekend and it's beautiful because you don't have to go into work, but it's over in a blimp and then you're right back onto the same cycle. There has to be more to life than this. I am posting this as a vow to myself that I am finding something different, because there has to be more to life than this. Does anybody else feel this way?
Let me just answer the question. Yes, there's a lot more to life. It's called a purpose. If you find your purpose, life good. Going into the office and serving me, I mean, it's great for me. Well, I live my purposeful life, not for you. Things that bring me purpose would be God, family, serving others, teaching people how to make digits. So you can have lots of digits and then it solves all these problems. So then you can go back to the God, family, serving others. See, that is selfless rather than self-full. And then humans will do, okay, I'm going to create a box here. You stand here. I'll give you $20 an hour, whatever, $100 an hour. Okay, I just have to stand there. Yep, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. If you want to, even 7. After 10 years of standing there every single day, I'm like, oh, you get a raise. Oh, now maybe you can buy shelter. Okay, you just stand there. Now you're 30, right, doctor? 40. 50, 60. Oh, I can almost retire. So then you stand there looking down at your box going, what just happened? First of all, not a purpose life. Second of all, you never took risks. And third, everyone's doing everything and you're standing there. Also, trading stocks is not purposeful. It just solves problems. It's like playing a video game. Great. This video game actually solves problems. So trading can kind of turn into a job. Also, don't ever think you're going to replace your job with trading. That's terrible thinking, because your job, delete the word job, your work should be purposeful. And if there is no purpose in that work, you should stop doing it. Oh, and before I forget, this has just been staring at you, hasn't it? Sorry, my fault, talking about purpose and clicking buttons on a screen. My gold friends, this is a trend. This is gold. This is a trend line, okay? You're at the top of it. Now, if you get above that trend line and find support and go higher, you're good. Go long, unless you're ridiculously overextended, then you probably should. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you should probably get some knowledge in your brain so you can do this. Oh, and for the people that are like, you said to sell gold, it was at the top, haha, I'm not saying that. And I'm sorry, it's because I read every single one of your comments. And most YouTubers, they don't actually care about you when you email me or you leave comments and I interact and I want to help you. I want to help you not care about this. Is who cares? Labor market crosses critical threshold. First time since the pandemic, more unemployed than, right? I'm sorry. I will read what it says. There are more unemployed than job openings. Job openings data falls to levels rarely seen since the pandemic. Oh, not just that. UBS gives American a recession, 93% probability. I don't care. I don't care about your job. You probably shouldn't be doing it anyways. I care about your business. Yes. I care about you moving money at the right times. Yes. So I'm sorry if sometimes I seem insensitive. Most people that lose their jobs, after that, life is good. Got some heat under their booty. They're like, finally, I'm going to do what I need to do. And getting back to, I try to post these when I can remember. Took one person that's in the course. No, do not email me. I'm seeing the emails come in. Please pick me. Course will do it. One person, I'm like, we're going to be friends. I don't know if I'll ever tell you who it is. It's someday in the future, but I'm going to say respectively, he was broke. And I don't want to divulge too much because I don't know privacies. And then later he's like, you said that every day. I sometimes trade with him. Sometimes then he sends me 1,065 this morning. Something for me is, can you repeat this every day? Again, I don't want it to be a job. Can you every morning? Somewhere 500, 750, 1,000. And then he never lets it run. But that's okay. We'll get there. So everything that I share, what I'm telling you, I don't want it to replace your job, even though my friends do this. Yes, everything that I show you works. I mean, unless you're not that bright. I say this, sorry, I had to exhale. I get emails and I'm like, really? Just buy options and then you just let it run out. Let me guess, you made it through 1/3 of the course. Guys, big picture, recession. This market's going to turn and there's going to be a lot of digits to be made to the downside. I'm just saying. It's time to face the ugly truth. American consumers have been gloomy for quite some time. One day we have swagger. Government prints. We're still printing. We're printing like crazy. And it's not solving it. And it's blowing everything up. The bond market is blowing up. Gold is showing you. It's like, hey, we got a problem. The next day we're cautious. Suddenly we're thrifty again. Great. But that's for the masses. I want you to start businesses. I know, in a recession, stop. Move money. Find purpose. And if you don't know how to do it, I'm here to help. Everything that's in my courses is no different than me handpicking one person and going, can I take you from here to a millionaire? And I've done it more times than I have phalanges or toes. Even if I make you a multi-millionaire, it's still you. You probably still be miserable. I hope in this video a light bulb moment went off. Maybe something, a glimmer. Maybe you heard a click, but if not, click the subscribe button. I will be here tomorrow, even though I don't have to. It's because I love you and I want to see you do really well. Even though maybe we'll never meet, but we're here. With that, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.